sanitizing my hands. Hi, are you Lindsay?
I am. Hi.
Hi, I'm Leah. I'm your student physical therapist today.
Hi, nice to meet you.
All right. So I see that you're here for the first time. We are going to just go over a little bit of history about yourself, what you're currently in for, what you've been in for, and other clinic stuff like that, and then we can get into the physical exam. I'm just going to get to know you. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, absolutely.
Sounds good. All right. Why are you here?
I've been having some knee pain. It comes and goes quite a bit, but lately it's been here for quite a while, and it's just kind of getting annoying.
Is that your left knee that you're pointing at?
It is my left knee.
Okay, sounds good. When did that start?
Well, it originally started probably about 5 years ago.
Okay.
And it kind of decides when it wants to show up and not.
Oh, no.
I realized that when I overdo it with my knee is when it becomes more aggravated and kind of is in pain a little bit more. And then when I'm a little bit more nicer to it, it doesn't bother me at all.
What does hard on your knee mean for you?
Doing a lot of like high intensity cardios with like a lot of jumping and like agility type movements.
Is that in a gym, or are you doing that out bouldering and stuff like that?
It's in a gym.
Oh, okay. What gym are you at?
I'm at F45.
Hey, I know that gym.
Yeah.
How do you like it there?
I really enjoy it until it hurts me.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you at right now? What's your pain level on a scale of 0 to 10?
Right now, I'd say it's probably just like a dull number 1.
Number 1? Is that what it's usually at?
I would say when it's aggravated, it's probably like a 6 or 7. But at its best, it's probably like a 0.
Okay. When is it at its best?
Typically, I would say maybe in the morning when I've woken up, and it's been a couple days since I've done that type of high intensity stuff.
Okay. And is it a 6 right after your high intensity or during?
No, it's usually like a day or 2 after.
Oh, so it's a little delayed.
Yes.
Okay. And then let's see, what else do we need here? Do you take medication for that at all?
When it's kind of really aggravating me, it keeps me up at night sometimes. So I'll take like ibuprofen.
How much ibuprofen would you say?
More than I probably should.
Uh-oh, okay. What does that mean to you?
I take usually 3 pills when it suggests only 2.
Okay, and is that of the, 250 milligram dose or something like that? Whatever.
I think the 200.
The 200s?
Yes.
Okay. So you're not taking like 3 of the extra strength or something like that?
No.
Okay, good.
I'm not that crazy.
Have you had imaging done on this knee at all?
I have. When I first originally did it, I also saw an orthopedic surgeon, and he basically told me to stop working out, and that just wasn't going to happen, so.
So you walked away?
Yeah.
And now you're here?
Yes.
Right into my office. I love it. Do you plan on stopping to working out?
Absolutely not.
All right, let's get you to a spot where we can continue working out and not hurt yourself. Okay. That's the main goal for me. So you have saw other professionals. You saw the orthopedic surgeon. Have you seen anyone else?
Not that I can think of.
Okay. Have you taken anything other than the ibuprofen for it?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. Do you wear any sort of brace or sleeve, like a compression sleeve, when you're working out or after working out?
No, I don't really like the feel of them.
Me either. They're kind of annoying, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Would you say that since it started, every time these flare-ups occur, is it worse? Is it better than when it first started, or is it about the same?
I would say it's about the same.
Okay. And then do you have issues falling asleep because of your knee?
Occasionally, yes.
Is it after, like the day after, when it's the big flare-up sort of thing?
Yeah, and it will probably last like 2 to 3 days where it stays at like a level 6, 7 pain. Especially if I've been on my feet the entire day with like work or school or something.
Got it.
It just takes a while for it to kind of calm down from the day. So it feels more inflamed, I guess I would say, at night.
How often are you going to the gym?
I'm there usually about 5 times a week.
Okay, and then of the 5 times a week, how often does it lead to the 6 out of 10 pain?
Well, I lift about 3, and then the other 2 are like the high intensity cardio. So
okay,
if that helps.
Is it every time after the hit, or is it if you've accidentally like reached your limit and you haven't realized it?
I would say it's maybe once every couple weeks.
Okay. What else do you like to do that either with your knee, without your knee? What do you like to do in your everyday life?
Well, I have 3 dogs, so I enjoy walking them. I also enjoy going hiking with my husband on the weekends if we have the time. Other than that, my life is pretty consumed with school for the most part.
Okay.
So I'm sitting a lot, which is kind of good for my knee because obviously not using it makes it feel better, but at the same time, I'm sitting a lot.
Yeah. Does when you're hiking and walking, is that high intensity for your knee? Would you consider that high intensity, or is it more aggravating flare-ups that you might have had? How does that?
I wouldn't consider that high intensity for my knee, but there are times when we decide to go hiking and my knee is already flared up.
Okay.
So the hiking actually
That
doesn't
stops you.
help it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't help it, but I wouldn't say that it makes it worse.
Does it stop you from hiking?
It has before.
Okay. And you said you're in school. What you in school for?
Physical therapy.
Ironic, isn't it?
I know. Hopefully one day I can do what you're doing.
Same, girl.
Yeah.
You and me both. It's okay. It does get better. Hopefully.
That's okay.
How often would you say that you're sitting down right now? Hours per day?
A minimum of 8 hours, but
Okay.
probably more than that.
Okay. I have a good idea of what we're looking at here. Have you had any previous medical histories other than issues with your knee? Any other issues that we can talk about?
I've had plantar fasciitis.
Okay.
If you really want me to get into it, I had tubes in my ears when I was a baby. You know, I had my wisdom teeth taken out.
Okay.
I think that's for the most part. Oh, I've had skin cancer removed. Like I can give you more.
Tell me more about that plantar fasciitis. Is that same leg, both feet?
It's actually the opposite foot.
Okay.
Which I'm assuming might be because of like compensations or something of that sort.
Okay.
But it hurts mainly in my heel of that right foot. And I've tried everything. I stretch it every night before I go to bed. I stretch it in the morning.
Okay.
I also try to do strengthening things because learning,
Yeah.
I kind of know what could be the cause, but I don't know the cause.
Would you say you have that pretty much under control?
No.
Okay, so we can talk about that later as well. You said you have 3 dogs and you have a husband. Anyone else in your home?
My mother-in-law lives with us, and then
Okay.
we have a roommate who is also in school to be a physical therapist.
Damn, you got a packed house.
We do.
What does your home look like? You got stairs, you got rocks. What's your driveway
It's a
like?
one-story,
Okay.
and there's only one small step to get into the house if you go through the garage. 3 steps if you go through the front door.
Okay, has that ever been an issue?
No, the backyard has quite a few stairs though.
Okay.
And if I have to pick up the dog's poop, I have to go up and down those stairs quite a bit.
Okay. Are stairs an issue for you during a flare up or even during your 1 out of 10 or 0 out of 10?
I definitely have to take them much slower.
Okay.
Even at school, like most of my classes are on the 2nd floor.
Oof.
So I can definitely feel the difference between my good knee and my bad knee while going up the stairs.
Okay, we definitely need to work on some quad strengthening, making sure that you're obviously safe going up and down. Is it upstairs or downstairs that's worse?
Upstairs.
Upstairs? Okay. We'll work on that together. Let's go into what do you want? What do you want out of this?
I think I would just like to I would like to not be in pain or have my knee bother me
Okay.
as much as it does. And especially going up and down stairs, like feeling the complete weakness on my left side versus my right side is rather annoying.
That's fair.
And I'm very aware of it.
What do you think is the issue?
Well, per my orthopedic surgeon, I am basically a 79-year-old woman in my left knee.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's unfortunate. Do you think it's the joint? Do you think it's the tissues around the joint? Is it your skin? Is it your muscle?
I think it's a mixture of all of it.
Mixture of all of it? Okay.
He said that I had a partial PCL tear.
Okay. We'll check that out.
He also said medial meniscus, I believe. And then he said I was missing a quarter-sized cartilage already in that left knee, and that was 5 years ago, so I can only imagine how much more has been taken away at this point.
All right, I can work with that. That's good to know that it could be a combo of everything, and that way we can mediate pain and we can avoid certain injuries. Oh my God, we're definitely avoiding injuries. We can avoid certain movements that might aggravate your injury. Let's get into just a little bit about yourself in a broader sense. Do you have how much do you drink? How much do you smoke? Do you smoke? Do you drink?
None of it.
None of that?
None of it.
Good job. Overall, how would you rate your health? Excellent, good, fair, or poor?
I wouldn't say I'm excellent, so probably like a good, like
Okay.
I'm probably like an 80-20 person where 80% of the time I'm doing really well with eating and everything, and 20% of the time I enjoy my snacks.
I love it.
Yeah.
I would assume you're a woman. Would you
Yes.
confirm that? Okay. Are you pregnant or expecting to become pregnant anytime soon?
No, thank you.
Deal. You said you exercise regularly, you go to the gym constantly, and I love that for you. Any other past surgeries that I should know about?
Nope, I think we already went through those.
We did?
Yeah.
Okay, that's true, we did. Do you have any areas on your skin that you're concerned about I can look out for you while we're here?
No, and I go to the dermatologist every year because
Deal.
my family has skin cancer that runs in the family.
All right. Any asthma or history of just trouble breathing, something like that?
Nope.
Okay. Do you have a history of hypertension or family hypertension?
No, but occasionally when I'm working out and I stand up too fast, like maybe from like a burpee or something, I get really dizzy.
Okay. We'll keep an eye on that one. Do you have any allergies that I should be aware of?
Seasonal.
Seasonal? Okay. Luckily, we keep it pretty clean in here, so I think we're good. And then I know I asked you about surgeries. Have you had any fractures that you didn't see surgeries for, or any other sort of big body issues that you didn't see a professional about?
I probably had some broken toes at some point, but
Okay.
I was a dancer and gymnast, so
All right.
it wasn't something that we took care of.
That sounds good to me. Is there anything else you would like to tell me before we move on?
I don't think so.
Deal. All right, we are going to wrap up this objective right now. We can move on to a physical. We'll start measuring some stuff. But from what I can gather, you have a left knee something or other going on. It mostly is aggravated during high intensity workouts in your F45 gym. You have a history of plantar fasciitis that we will talk about. And other than that, you seem like a pretty healthy individual, and you're just looking to stop being in pain, as everyone else should be doing.
Sounds about right.
All right, deal.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.